Hello, this is Palico Page and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition with mods. We are currently playing with Gary from Fallout 3. We're doing alright, but there's one thing which has happened. I suppose I should probably encroach upon before we go any further with this game, which I've found has happened a few times when you save and exit and then load it up again and play afresh on a separate game, a separate day. It's the fact that we had a special world we could go to at the end of the last episode. And it's been 24 hours since I've recorded the last episode, and it has disappeared. We've got the untouched Arctic, we've got the strange jungle, we've got the endless jungle, and we've got the Grand Drylands. The special... was it the white tiger place or the dinosaur place? Technically, we should have two at the end of the last episode. We've got none. None at all, which is a little bit disconcerting, but not a lot I can do about it, sadly. With that being said, though, all in all, everything is going okay. It was a little bit more difficult on the last expedition. We could have finished it a little bit sooner if we didn't want to explore everything, but you know me, I like to have a good look around, make sure we're picking everything up, and as it stands right now, with the amount of Garys that are in the Trek party, I don't think we're struggling. The thing which is starting to become a greater issue, though, is the fact that there are a lot of the Garys now which have ailments which we're going to have to deal with, or else it's just going to make the group implode. So this time around, because of the amount of items we have kept hold of in order to be able to trade, and the fact that we have, as I said, quite a few ailments we need to deal with this time around, we need to go somewhere where we can do a lot of tradable items in villages and missions and whatnot, and just basically try and sort out the group and make it as less sort of self-implosive as possible. Now, I've been looking around. We've got the untouched Arctic, which has only got the one village. We've got this strange jungle, which has got one village. We've got the endless jungle, which has a village and a mission, which might be good. But the one which takes my fancy most of all is the Grand Drylands. We haven't done the Drylands yet, I don't think. Not sure now. But we do have one village and a mission, as well as a tomb, so that's a guaranteed 100 fame there. We are struggling on the fame, plus a portal. Portals are always nice, so we shall do that as well. So hey ho, Grand Drylands ahoy! Eagerly anticipating the forthcoming adventure, I arrived at the harbour. We had a little time before the ship would be ready, so I had one last pot of tea. Not long after my arrival, the scientist approached me. He was keen to obtain the mysterious box. Never open the box. Okay? Never open the box. And with that being said, we're going to hand over the box. We handed over the mysterious box. The scientist was relieved that we had found it and stored it in his bag with undue care. How much do we get? 100 funds. Boom! Headshot. I obtained new funds to reward our efforts. A trader greeted me this morning. He was a collector of sorts and promised to compensate me favourably for any instruments that we retrieved. Well, as it stands, kind sir, we've got some horn flutes here. We have the horn. Would you be interested in the horn? Not yet. No, he doesn't quite have the horn yet. We'll give him a bit of time to get up to the speed of everything. The trader was heartened by my acceptance of his request. He wished us luck and a safe journey. My reputation was still meagre, but more folk started to show an interest in our ship. Who did I want to recruit? Well, we did learn last time around when we lost Gary when he turned into an abomination that we can't take anyone on, which is fine because we wanted to keep this playthrough pure anyway. So, no thank you. No thank you. My heart jumped with joy as I heard that our ship was primed to sally forth. We do, however, need some equipment. What you got for me? Well, food is an issue. What's this? Mama sticky ribs. Wow, they're expensive. Smack 'em and lick 'em and rub 'em and suck 'em. Then we've got bread loaf, a simple loaf of bread made by a simpleton. Simple, isn't it? Yes, yes. We've got a fair few things here. What would I want to take? We don't need rope, so we're good in case any of the temples are up a tower. Drylands, there shouldn't be any jungle. We don't have any maps. Torches we could probably do with a couple. Medical equipment, not fussed about. Dynamite, we've got plenty. So it's really just food, unless I want to take a sextant for the reveal distance. It's worth 50. I'll tell you what, let us take... well, they're worth 5. So let's take all of those. How much if I took the ribs and the bread? Oh, we're actually okay. So let's take the sextant as well. That's 31 left. There's no point keeping hold of any money. I could die in this expedition. So there's no point saving it, squirreling it away, as it were. Do I want any more dynamite? No, I don't think so. I might just take a few more. Why not? That works out well. We can't buy anything for one. That'll do. My heart jumped with joy as I heard that the ship was ready to head for distant shores. Oh, we better go then. Don't want to keep anyone hanging about now. On Expedition 4, you know, it's a bigger map now, I believe. Yeah, it's a sixer. It's a sixer, and we're coming in middle of the road. That isn't good. That isn't good. Oh, we got our first question mark, though. Just as I thought we would never find a way through these waters, we finally reached the shore of our expedition area. We had arrived, and it was time to sally forth. But before we do, just to make sure we actually complete this, if we survive, let's drop off the instruments. I don't think there's anything else I need to keep here. The rest is all tradable items, which is good. We've got the Coston flare. Good at revealing areas in case we want to have a look around in the near distance. So no, that's fine. I insisted we secure the best possible tools for the quest that faced us. Shrewd preparation was essential to our task. However, I could not shake the feeling that the captain wanted me to leave post-haste. Okie dokie. So, let us just tidy this up a little. We want to get rid of all this water. It can go. And then we shall move the stuff which we cannot use out. So, we want... Well, I suppose we're going to eat the ribs last, aren't we? That's the one thing. So let's do ribs, bread, strawberries. That'll do. Right, so where are we going? What are we doing? Yes. Is it worth updating a few Garys? We have got 6 fame points. To you, to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. It's more health. It's more life. I think it's a win-win situation. Yes, yes, yes. Right, we are probably going to go clockwise, I think, since we do already have a question mark over here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh! Do we go there? Do we go there now? It's an oasis. I mean, we could rest. There's no harm in resting, I don't think. We found an oasis, a shining beacon of hope in the midst of this desolate region. Yes, I wish I could stay longer, said Gary, or Gary, in his native language. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here, and I told the people to rest. Our morale was low as we sat instead into the fire. I could not help but feel lonely. What I would give to feel my heart aflutter again. To calm my desires, I logged my latest botanic discoveries. Gary was sharing their bed this night again. I could hear animalistic sounds from them. Filthy animals, the lot. Does that class as masturbation? If you sleep with your own clone? It can't be incestuous because it's the same person. That's an interesting question. We won't ponder too much. Right, up to 70. Let's rest again. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here and allowed everyone to rest. The mood was buoyant as I ordered wood to be gathered for a fire. This was truly a quite remarkable land, and we were curious as to what wonders were waiting to be discovered. Cool. And we are good, so let's crack on. 32, that's better. Can't believe we lost half our sanity just travelling a little way. I suppose there is a little bit of desert. We probably should have brought some water, really. But hey-ho. That's me not thinking about things properly. We located a cave. The entrance seemed to lead deep into the mountain. We needed a torch to move inside. Let's do it. Oh, we lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We arrived at a chamber. It exhibited paraphernalia suggesting it was used as some kind of ceremonial tomb. Within were mummified corpses. Well, let's grab one. The mummies were crumbling and so could not be of any intrinsic value. However, after a thorough investigation, our search proved fruitful. One of them. I'll take it. In fact, whilst we're here, we need to use our crystal ball. Let's check out there. Yeah, we could loop around there if we wanted to. I might go back and drop off the mummy and pick up some water. But we'll check out this cave first, since it's just here. And we do have 2 strawberries now. Ooh. Or we could travel to the end of here in a second and just finish off searching this region and sort of cancel this region out. That might be a better idea. We located a cave. I've done this bit. Let's carry on. How the hell did he get up there? Oh, Gary. You are an adventurous type. Look at you. Just halfway up doing a Bear Grylls. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We were intrigued to discover that this was just the beginning of a subterranean route. Oh, well, we'll have a look. Where are we going to then? We sallied forth through the pitch black tunnel. The hint of sunlight in the distance gave us hope. Yeah. Okay. Well, it has written off the region below it, which is pretty cool. That's all good in the hood. Again, though, I am a little bit worried about sanity. And I would say, looking at it, the region above is probably written off as well. Let's go back. We've done this bit. I'm not going to bother reading it again. We'll lose a few days, but that's fine. Right, so we're back. Let's... oh, we're going to go a little bit mad. Let's go up a little. That should finish off searching this area. Oh. Well, there you go. I mean, we could. How much is it going to cost us to get there? 31. Let's grab the pyramid now. Then we know it's done. Then we can just travel back whenever the shit starts to hit the fan. So, explore. The majestic golden pyramid rose above its environment. We'd overcome all events to achieve success. Oh, bugger. Alright, well, let's not do that yet. But we know where it is. That's fine. And we also know where the cave is which leads us to this. So, that's even better. Now. Now. We need 64 to get us there. I don't think we're going to get that off this. 45? With a 40% chance? I say okay. Let's risk it for a biscuit. I mean, we're probably going to get attacked by hyenas. That's fine. That's fine. Picked on 2 of the hardier ones. That's fine by me. Right, let's take these down as swiftly as possible. Just want to get rid of them as soon as we can. I'm thinking we should be okay. We haven't really had an issue with this yet. Not through any reason other than my own fault, really. So we should be alright. Oh, my bad. My bad. I mean, I don't even think the T-Rex would be an issue if we came across that. We deprived the remains of anything useful. Everything! Right, let's go into the tomb. The tip of a pyramid just barely reached out of the dunes. It is likely to be a grave built by an ancient civilization. A small opening led into the darkness. Cool. We stumbled into the pyramid. It seemed to be rather old and had remained untouched for a long time. In the centre of the room lay a stone sarcophagus. Let's open it. Dust filled the air as we lifted the cover from the sarcophagus. Inside we discovered a perfectly preserved mummy. All of a sudden it started to groan and limp towards us. That's alright. Just the one. Let's do this. So, you and you. You and you. Oh. You and you. Da. Roll. Done. Another mummy. Another mummy. So, do we want to take on the elephant? It's a herd. Well, I suppose the first thing we need to do is see how much these mama sticky ribs are worth. 50. Juicy. Oh. 40% chance. We'll risk it for 50. Oh dear. Oh dear. The night we witnessed an occurrence of unspeakable horror. With a frightful moan and crash, one of our mummified samples smashed out from its crate. It twitched and shambled towards us with a sinister menace. Alright, well that's fine. We'll just do what we did before, I guess. There's no music. That's how much of a menace this mummy is. I have noticed in this mod, actually, that it does kill the music on the title screen. Oopsie. Not that that's an issue. As long as it doesn't kill the game, that's fine. But yeah, music seems to be missing with this mod at times. Alright, so pick you back up, kind sir, and let's attack the elephant herd. We do have the spears, worst case scenario, and it's only one. We should be fine. I mean, we need the monies. Oh, bugger! I didn't mean to do that. That was me not paying attention. Oh, that could cost us. Last roll. Right, we've got to figure this out. How much you got left? 8. No, we'll be fine. No problemo. There we go. Have one extra. So, meat and tusks. Cool. Right, can we go back to... Oh, we can. It's free because we've already gone insane-y. That's good. So we'll get our sanity up here. We'll go back to the boat. We'll drop off all the valuables. And then we'll carry on exploring the rest of the regions. I mean, this is cut off, so we've got enough to worry about here. I'm presuming this bottom right one is going to be cut off as well. So there must be a viable corridor leading us through the middle and up to the right, where the panthers are. So we should be okay. So we shall rest. Oh, I instructed the trek to halt and allowed everyone to rest. One's soul was staring back from the abyss. Even the warming flames of the campfire did naught to ease our minds. Our people were losing faith, and a discussion between Gary and Gary escalated into a ferocious argument. Gary! Gary, Gary, Gary! Go, go, Gary! Gary, 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 Gary! A moment later, the pair at each other's throats and trying to strangle each other with grave intentions. Very upsetting then. Doesn't really matter. You, I guess, because you're a cannibal. Nasty man. Nasty man. We restrained Gary and separated the two. The pair simmered down, but they lingered an air of hatred. Oh dear. So, it's not quite there yet. We need 55 to get back, so I'll rest again. So, yeah, we're just nothing. Just fill our text there. I'm not too worried about reading that, or else we're going to be here forever. 80. I think it's time to leave. Oh, and now we have a fire. Superb. We're going to have to go the long way around, I'm afraid. Bloody fires. Spread like fire, you know. Look at that go. Wowzer. So, return to the ship. Access the storage. So we're dropping off both mummies, the tusks. And that's about it, I think. That'll do. So, let's rest. Oh god, here we go. The Garys are fighting again. They're bickering. Doesn't matter, does it? I can handle decreased loyalty. That's fine. That's fine. It's when they just suddenly up and leave for no apparent reason. So, let's rest again. Oh, right. While huddled around the campfire, we heard something groan from a nearby tree. Let's investigate. A young native with bloodshot eyes and an infected wound lay shivering behind the tree. Can't do anything for you, son. Sorry. Without the use of medical supplies, there was nothing we could do. The shaking soon stopped. But we got some extra meat for the cannibals in the group. So it's not all bad. As we packed up, I once more enjoyed the ambiance of our boat. Right, let's take some water. I've learnt my lesson. We'll take 60. Not that we're going to need them all, but hey ho. If there's any more desert, we should be alright. Cancel. So we have a portal. We have quite a lot of sanity. I reckon we should go for it. An ancient arch stood behind us or before us. A light swirling at its centre seemed to form some manner of portal. Enter said portal. When all was said and done, we risked all as we walked through the arch. A moment later, we stepped out into an unusual landscape. And it's a pretty big one. I think we should probably just try and cover as many question marks as we can. We're not going to get a lot of time, so I think we should take on the raptor and then head to these two question marks up here. We should be able to hit both of those before being kicked back out. And it's only the one raptor, which is also pretty cool. Done. So take it all and get up to there as soon as we can. 62, 64. That's going to be a stone. Let's try this one. This one's got a better chance of being a... oh dear, crab's coming right for us. Get ready to cancel. Oh, bugger. Oh, I forgot they have a group attack. This could be terrible. No, we're fine. Still plenty of dice. What we got? 25? You shall pay for this, dear sir. We'll see how the first two rolls go. I might throw a spear in just to iterate my point of you being an absolute bastard. This could actually be very bad for us because if anyone gets infected, we could be doomed. And overkill for the kill. Lost standing even more. How is that standing at the moment? Only -2? That's fine. I dig it. And it is a shrine. The temple before us warranted both fear and respect. Its stone walls were covered with ornate engravings. A circle of dried up blood had been drawn around the whole structure as a warning for anybody that dared to enter. The surface about the structure gave off heat. It was still possible to walk there, but the potential source of this heat was disconcerting. We arrived at what seemed to be the treasure chamber. It was a truly awe-inspiring sight. Our steps echoed as we approached the sacred altar. Oh, and there's the stone we need. Take it all. I would not leave empty-handed. That was exactly what we came for. The moment we attained the treasure, the earth began to shift. We fled as fast as we could as the shrine was swallowed before our very eyes and a volcano began to rise, spitting fire and oozing lava. Actually, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. Because it's so far away, the fire will spread, but... oh. It was an inferno! Somehow I lost track of Gary. I could hear his screams through the flames, but we had to abandon him. May his soul rest in peace. Oh! Oh dear. Well, that volcano went further than I thought it would. How much longer do we have? 12 days. We might be able to make it down to the bottom. We'll see. We'll see. 7. It's another shrine. That's good for us. 2 days left. Oh, someone's going to be infected, aren't they? Yeah. Without access to medical equipment, it was nearly impossible to prevent an injury from becoming infected. Gary's wound had begun to fester and secrete an astonishing degree of pus. Oh dear. A shrine towered above us. Time had eroded what once had been a majestic sight. I could make out an entrance on an upper platform. We would have to climb up the exterior walls in order to reach it. The building was cold to the touch. I wonder if the stone was resistant to warmth or if there was some other explanation. I was glad we brought enough rope. With it, we ascended the weather-torn wall without any problems. Before us lay some kind of ceremonial room. If this place held any riches, I knew we would find them here. I held my breath as we discovered an ancient altar in its centre. Oh, lovely. Do these stack? I guess we'll see in a second. What a glorious day! The treasure was to be mine. I stepped into a cold pocket of sorts. I could see my own breath crystallise in the air, and every breath was like tiny needles were being jammed into my nose and throat. That's alright. Let's go home. We're probably not going to make it. 30. I reckon we'll be transported out of here before we even get there. There we go. My vision became blurry. I rubbed my eyes, and when I looked up again, I was back where I originally stepped into the terrible portal. Wasn't that terrible? It was very profitable, in all fairness. Cannot moan. Cannot moan. We need travel cost is 22. So if we eat a strawberry... Why is we got a 60% chance of going insane if we're only 2 off? That doesn't make too much sense. But I'm going to risk it. Let's do this. Of course. Of course. With a timely nap, it is generally impossible to ward off threats large and small, but my current situation did not allow for such luxury. With clearer senses, Gary might have spotted the snake before it struck him in the hand. He immediately started to cough and threw up endlessly. I tried what I could, but there was no known antidote. He was dead within the hour. Oh, Gary! Oh, Gary. Someone else infected? Yep. That's alright. So. We need to access storage first, actually. We are dropping off you, and you. What are you worth? Fame of 20, funds of 20. Funds of 40 for the raptor skin. We'll drop that off too. The rest we'll keep for the time being. And then we shall rest. Oh. I was turning from a small scouting trip when I heard some laughter at the camp. Curious, I listened to them and noticed to my anger that Gary was making jest at my expense. Oh. The group immediately hushed when they noticed me, but I feared my reputation was already damaged. Ah, he doesn't like me anyway, that's fine. I let Gary know that I would not tolerate such behaviour. It was obvious that he was not amused by this open humiliation. Alright. So let's rest again. We should be okay this time. Oh, it's another unsettling rasping sound. Oh, let's investigate. A young native with bloodshot eyes. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Nothing we could do with you, Sunshine. I'm sorry. As we prepared for departure, rest once more. Gary approached me. He told me about how much he relished our expedition and swore an oath to follow my lead, whatever the circumstances. Cool. At least one Gary's on my side, I suppose. Alright, what are we going to do now? That's a write-off, so I'm not too fussed about travelling too far to the right, although getting onto the hill might be a good idea because we'll be able to just scout to see if there's any more question marks down the bottom here. So let's do that. Aha. Just as I suspected. Ooh. This bleak and ancient place was located in the midst of a swamp, strewn with the remains of long-dead elephants. For some unfathomable reason, hundreds of the impressive animals had come here to die. This place surely retained some trinkets of worth. I instructed the people to form small teams and investigate the surroundings. While we did not find any tusks of value, we did find something else altogether peculiar instead. A mysterious egg. Alright. Fine by me. Done. So, what to do? I mean, we could travel back, but I think it's probably best if we just carried on. Really, let's eat a rib and head for that, which I'm guessing will be a waterfall. That's my educated guess on the matter. Aha! So we'll be able to rest anyway. This waterfall was quite enormous. It was an awe-inspiring sight. The water was fresh and cool. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here to recuperate. There was an unnatural quietness to the night as we sat by the campfire. Gary found an alluring mushroom. We were investigating it and wondering if it was edible, when it suddenly was squirted a pungent fluid at us. Gary was unlucky enough for it to completely cover his face. He remained somewhat unmoved, probably shocked. Soon his eyes turned greyish and he had trouble recognising anything surrounding us. I could only hope that this was not the final end of his sight. Otherwise, he would be of little use for this expedition. Oh, bugger. Well, it could have been worse, I suppose. After days of rest, we still enjoyed the melodic tone of the falling water. The falls were glorious. Oh, we'll do it again then. The mood was buoyant as I ordered wood to be gathered for a fire. Gary eyed me through the cold eyes of a card sharp. I soon found myself challenged to a game of cards. We can't win. So no. I politely declined. He seemed displeased and I enjoyed a rare moment of quiet instead. And the gorilla's right on top of us. So we better leave. We've got a fire as well. Superb. Let's attack the gorilla first. Roll it. I mean, he hunted us down. This is the gorilla's fault. This isn't our fault. We're not, you know, intently going out there to destroy all the animals. They're just picking fights with the wrong set of Garriers, really. That's all that can be said about that. Boom. What have you got for me? More teeth. Couple of gorilla paws. Funds are okay. Better to be traded in, actually. And, well, I think I'm going to call it here. We are 30 minutes into the episode, which is quite long enough. We're about halfway. We've got one full region left to explore, and we need to find our way to this cave to be able to zap back to get to the pyramid, and then mosey our way back home. Worst case scenario, we do have the home page of Homebound, so if we want to skip back to the boat at any point, we can do. But yeah, I'm feeling all right about this. I don't think we're going to be losing anyone else offhand. I mean, Gary's probably going to die, but and Gary can't see. But other than that, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. So here's the next episode, I guess. Thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.